Okay, so something huge is happening in the world of AI right now. We're in the middle of this really profound shift, an evolution that's taking artificial intelligence from being just a simple tool and turning it into something, well, something much more capable. Something that doesn't just give you an answer, but actually gets things done.
When most of us think of AI, what comes to mind? A chatbot, right? We ask it a question, it gives us an answer. But thinking that's all there is to it, well, that's kind of like seeing the invention of the wheel and only imagining a better doorstop. The technology is moving so fast, way beyond just Q&A, and into this new world of action and autonomy. And for that, we need a much better way to think about it.
And man, this quote from Fortune, it just nails it. It perfectly captures this whole new way of thinking. See, we're moving away from trying to build one single superstar AI that can do everything. Instead, the future is all about putting together a whole team of specialized AIs, we call them agents, each with its own unique skill, all working together on the court. So, what does this whole team idea actually look like in practice? Well, think about a traditional large language model, an LLM. That's your one superstar player. It's fantastic at answering your questions. But an agentic system? That's the whole team. It's designed to complete your tasks. It doesn't just have a bunch of knowledge. It actually develops expertise, like a person practicing a skill over and over. The key thing to get is we're going from a single player to a fully coordinated team. And look, this isn't just some sci-fi theory. It's already happening. Let's take a look at how these AI agent teams are moving out of the research lab and showing up in our everyday lives. Let's start with finance. There's a new tool called Optivault that's basically your personal AI financial advisor. It's not just sitting there waiting for you to ask about the stock market. Nope. It's an active agent on your team, constantly analyzing your spending, checking your investments, and finding ways to optimize your budget for you.
And hey, who here loves meetings? Yeah, me neither. Well, check this out. A tool called Meetings Wrapped doesn't just transcribe your calls. It's an agent that analyzes the whole discussion, creates visual summaries of who argued what, pulls out the action items, and can even help you figure out if you really needed that meeting in the first place. But the stakes get even higher, like life-saving serious in medicine. Generative AI models are now speeding up one of the most difficult, time-consuming parts of creating new drugs, finding the right molecules to start with. An AI agent doing this could literally shave years and millions of dollars off the time it takes to develop new treatments. And then you've got the legal world, where these AI agents are becoming like super-powered paralegals. Instead of just searching a boring old database, these systems can analyze all the complex details of a legal case and actually predict which specific laws are going to be the most relevant. This completely changes the game, freeing up lawyers to focus on the human side of things, on strategy and argument.
And the point is, this is not happening in some little niche corner of the world. It's everywhere. From finance, where agents are breaking down complex problems to make better forecasts, to biology, where they're analyzing insanely complex data from inside ourselves. These AI teams are starting to tackle some of our biggest, most complicated challenges. It's a fundamental shift across every industry. But, of course, with all this incredible new power, yeah, you guessed it, comes some pretty serious new problems. We have to be honest and really confront the challenges that pop up when AI starts to operate on its own like this. And we're not talking about small glitches here. We're talking about the security of our most personal data, whether we can trust the information these systems give us, and even the stability of the entire global supply chain. These are the next big mountains for researchers to climb. So let's break down the 4 big hurdles we're facing. First, as these systems get their digital hands on more of our sensitive financial and health data, the security and privacy risks just go through the roof. Second, you have the problem of hallucinations. That's when an AI confidently just makes stuff up. Third, these AI teams are incredibly hungry for power, and they need a massive amount of computer hardware to run. And finally, the tech is moving so much faster than our laws are, leading these big regulatory gaps. Let's really dig into that resource problem for a second, because it's a big one. This chart shows it all. To train and run these complex AI teams, you need a staggering number of high-end computer chips. And according to NPR, this insane demand is already streaming the supply chain. What does that mean for you? Well, it could mean the price of your next phone, your next laptop, maybe even your next car is going to go up because of it. Okay, so things look a little scary, right? Well, the good news is the smartest people in this field are all focused on the right question, which is,
How do we build an AI that's not just powerful, but one we can actually trust? So let's look at the solutions people are working on right now. A huge piece of that puzzle is this idea called explainable AI, or xAI for short. The core idea is actually really simple. It's not enough for an AI to just spit out the right answer. We need to understand how it got to that answer. I mean, think about it. In really high-stakes fields like finance or law, you can't just blindly trust what the machine says. You need to see its work. That's how you build trust. Which, brings up this really tricky problem. To build a great AI financial advisor, it needs to learn from real financial data. But that data is super sensitive and personal. So how in the world do you train the model without exposing everyone's private information? Well, some really smart researchers came up with this brilliant solution called dataset distillation. Let me walk you through it. First, a secure model analyzes the real, sensitive data, but it does it in a totally protected, lockdown environment. It learns all the patterns without ever seeing the raw data itself. Then, and this is the magic part, it turns what it learned into a set of transparent rules. Using only those rules, it generates a brand new, completely synthetic set of data. It's a perfect copy of the original's patterns, but with zero real private information in it. And boom, now you can train your AI agents on this totally safe, synthetic data. It is a massive game changer for privacy.
And it's not just privacy. There's fantastic work happening on all those other big issues too. To fight hallucinations, people are building new systems that force the AI to look closer and ground its answers in the actual source data. To handle compliance, experts are building brand new standards to make sure the entire AI lifecycle is secure. And to deal with those massive costs, they're finding clever new ways to spread the workload across cheaper, more available computers. All right, so we've looked at where AI is headed, what it can do, the problems it creates, and how we're trying to fix them. So, after all that, what's the big picture? What does this all mean for us? If you remember just a few things from this, make it these. First, AI is becoming a team sport. These new agent teams are unlocking unbelievable potential in our most important industries. But that power comes with huge challenges: security, accuracy, and cost. And because of that, the most important work happening right now isn't just about making AI smarter, it's about making it trustworthy. And that brings us right back to where we started, that basketball court. And it leaves us with one final, really important question. If the AI agents are the team on the court, what does that make us? Are we the coach, calling the plays? Are we the general manager, putting the team together? Or are we something else completely? Figuring out our new role on this new court, that's going to be one of the most important things we all have to do in the next decade. Thanks for digging into this with me.